Hi and Assalamualaikum. Today we were going to talk about application of differentiation, which is the subtopic is related rates. I'm Nur Shamila Shazwani binti Anwar and my group member is Nur Shafika binti Rosni. So now I'm going to elaborate what is related rates. Related rates is a problem involving two or more variables that change at the same time, possibly at different rates. If we know how the variables are related and how fast one of them changes, we can calculate how fast the other one changes. This usually entails writing an equation relating the two variables and taking the derivative of the equation with respect to the time. Implicit differentiation is frequently used. To solve related rates problems, one must first understand the relationship between the two variables and then apply the calculus concepts such as implicit differentiation.
Encik Nazhan bought a cylindrical ice cream cake for his daughter's birthday. It took 4 hours to arrive at his house. When they arrived, the ice cream cake unfortunately almost melted completely. His daughter was so upset. The cylindrical ice cream cake is said to be melting at a rate of 10 centimeter cube per second.
The first question is find the surface area of the ice cream cakes in terms of R. The formula of area of cylinder is A equals to 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. From the storyboard, given the value of height is r plus 5, so we need to substitute the value of height into the formula area. After that, we expand the equation and it will be 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r squared plus 10 pi r. So the last answer is 4 pi r squared plus 10 pi r. The second question is find the volume of the ice cube in terms of r. The formula volume of cylinder is equals to pi r squared h. So we just need to substitute the value of h, which is equals to r plus 5, and then we expand it. So the answer is pi r cubed plus 10 pi r.
Question C. Find the rate of change of the surface area of the cake when the radius is 5 centimeter. From the question, we know that the rate of change of volume of the cake is negative 10 centimeter cube per second. We know that dV dt is a negative value because the cake is melting, so that means the volume of the cake is decreasing. So after listing out all of the information that we have obtained from the question, we now can focus on what the question really wants, which is the rate of change of the surface area. So by using the chain rule of differentiation, we know that dA dt equals to dA dV times dV over dt. However, based on the information that we have, it is impossible to find dA dt directly. So we need to separate dA dV and use the chain rule again. Now we know that dA dV can be obtained using the chain rule. So dA dV equals to dA dr times dr dV. After that, we must substitute the value of dA dV into the first equation. So we get a final equation that is dA dt equals to dA dr times dr dV times dV dt. So since we already have the value of dV dt, we are left with dA dr and dr dV. From question A, we know that the formula of area in terms of r is 4 pi r squared plus 10 pi r. So we can differentiate the equation to get dA dr. So after differentiating, we can get the value of dA dr, which is 8 pi r plus 10 pi. Next, we need dr dV. So from B, we know that the formula of volume of a cylinder is pi r cubed plus 5 pi r squared. So from this equation, we can differentiate it and get dV over dr. And after differentiation, we know that dV dr is equals to 3 pi r squared plus 10 pi r. Now that we have obtained all the values needed to find dA dt, we can substitute the values into the equation. dA dt equals to dA dr times dr dV times dV dt. So after substitution, the equation is dA dt equals to 8 pi r plus 10 pi times 1 over 3 pi r squared plus 10 pi r times negative 10. After multiplication, we get negative 80 pi r minus 100 pi over 3 pi r squared plus 10 pi r. At this point, we can now substitute the value of r, which is 5, that is given in the question, into the equation. So we get negative 80 pi times 5 minus 100 pi over 3 pi 5 square plus 10 pi times 5. So the final answer of the rate of change of area of the cake is negative 4 centimeter cube per second.
In conclusion, related rates help us to find an unknown variables by finding the relationship between known and unknown quantities. We are able to use the concept of differentiation, specifically related rates, to solve numerous real-life problems in our day-to-day life. So here are our source of reference, and thank you for watching this video.